Your Excellency, good afternoon, Ambassador. We have for you today students on international mission students of the Brussels and Antwerp. They are being brought here at the head of department who will introduce members of this delegation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Chancellor, Igbinedion University of Okada, Sir Igbinedion, the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Okada, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Osara, and the Dean, College of Arts and Social Sciences, Professor Akoli, we want to first of all register our profound gratitude for accepting to meet us on a short notice. We are students of International Relations and Strategic Studies from the same university, and we have quite an array of students from different levels, 200, 300, 400 levels. This is a study tour that is actually being organized by the department to meet the NUC requirement as well, in collaboration with Ikogwe Travels Tours, who's here as a guide and guide. This is Mr. Tony Ikogwe, the MD of Ikogwe Travels. The others are my students. Of course, some colleagues here in Belgium have joined us to pay this visit to the embassy today. From my immediate right here is Lillian Ogri, who's a 300 level student, going 400. Itoha Pebo, also a 300 level student, going to 400 level. Sitting next to her is Ayo Olatunji, 200 level student, going to 300 level. And Syria Chidima Ipalbi, who is the only exception because we have to bring her in from the Department of Law. She's a 400 level student, going to 500. Next to her is Jaja Terry, 200 level student, also going to the 300. And Fawaz Hussein, 200 level student, going to 300. We have Elizabeth Moha, who is a final year student. So next to her is Lele Chilomire, 400 level student, and graduating class. The first student here is Chief Baka, 300 level, going to 400, and Chinyere Okafo, 300, also going to 400. It's not to make a long speech, like I said, it's just an educational tool for the students. As I say, traveling is, a very, sound way of educating people. And this is just basically to give them that exposure and widen their scope of horizon. Of course, we chose to come here first because this is our home, away from home. And we just want to, know exactly what is happening. Maybe if maybe you give us a brief, or some other person will be in charge to do that for us. Just for us to know the bilateral relations between, say, Belgium and Nigeria, for instance, even within the wider framework of the EU. Basically, that's why we are here. So without taking too much of time, we want to say thank you once again for accepting to meet us. My name is Joseph Ahie. I'm the acting head of the department. We actually have a substantive head of the department, one Professor Modise, who is away on sabbatical presently. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Mr. Ahie. I already met you, interfacing with each other, and of course sharing views, jokes, and whatever. Notwithstanding that, I would want to say how highly pleased we are today at the embassy to receive you. It has always been our pleasure to receive people of your background. I think about a couple of weeks ago, or even 1 week back, we played host to yet another group of students. But this time around, quite honestly, I must say with every sense of satisfaction that truly, yes, you are coming from a private university back home. And I can now see it's just like the 7 Up. Will any one of you remember it?
Yes.
What difference is clear?
The difference is
Certainly. So, certainly I can see very glaringly the seeming, difference between a private setting and a public setting. Because I'm not sure during our stay here, neither me nor of my collaborators, I'm not sure even those of you before me here, whether you've ever received any university team, government universities from Nigeria. I don't think so. So you've come to us now with a passion. You've come to us showing as if you've been living in Belgium with all of us. So all the stories that we hear back home about the developments at home and the sufferings of students and the rest of it does not in any way show on you. So definitely, yes, I must commend you for that, and I am not surprised, I must say, because you are, what is Chief Igbinedion to you? Is the chairman or
He's the chancellor.
It's the chancellor of the university. Yes, I'm not surprised because I have had some discussions with him recently in faraway Ghana, in Accra. I had, of course, not even in Accra. After Accra, I met him recently also in Cotonou, and just by sheer coincidence. But anytime I meet him, because of course, because of his son and other obvious reasons, I am close to him, and anytime I meet him, I feel before Papa as usual. And they was telling me some stories about the universities. Now I've definitely seen things for myself. So I commend all of you for keeping the spirit of the university. And for us here, certainly I took into consideration what you said about letting you know something about our bilaterals. Certainly, we will tell you generally what we do. As you are aware, our accreditation here is to the Kingdom of Belgium here and the Duchy of Luxembourg, as well as multilaterally by extension to the entire European Union. Because Brussels, as you are fully aware, is the political headquarters of Europe. So the European Commission and all related bodies of the EU are based here. And ambassadors, by and large, by arrangement, for many countries supposed to be their countries' ambassadors to EU, some even to NATO, and the rest of because I thought I should also mention NATO, taking into consideration, you say you are students of international relations and strategic studies, yeah, and of course, that is a very, very important thing that we are doing, because many of us, by sheer coincidence too, just because of our background, were either students of international relations or by extension also students of strategic studies. Personally, I can speak for myself. I stand for both because I read both at different levels of university. So I find myself not only among my brethren, among colleagues actually. Yeah, people of similar background as myself. I would want to wish all of you the very best of luck, and to thank in particular even the travel agent, because what is happening is quite unprecedented. It's a very proactive move, going to show definitely what the private sector can achieve at any given time. Yeah, we have a private operator now putting hands together with you, and it is making your stay here, your journey from home, very, very successful. I take the point that you made, because you need them always to organize and to come out. I take into serious consideration the point that you made about exposure. Coming out is part and parcel of any education, because until you come out, you wouldn't know much about many countries, about many cultures. You'll be restricted into a very, very limited, and myopic, horizon. But immediately you step outside the shores of the country, whichever country it is. In fact, even our big friends in America, the average American citizen hardly knows of any other place. All they know is United States of America. The world starts and ends in America, which actually is never the case. As a Muslim, I know that I've been taught, it is in my book, and I believe it is those of you practicing Christianity too, it's in your book, because we are told that to travel in search of education to as far as China. I think in the medieval days, China was considered to be, of course, from Asia, whereas China was considered to be among the farthest places. So as far as educational attainment is concerned, the sky should be the limit. Because if you do that, you will be well traveled, you will be well exposed, and in the process of getting all those ones done, because both are positives, you end up also more refined, more informed about the global village in which we find ourselves today. So that is it about welcoming you and telling you how highly thrilled we are to find all of you in our midst today. I would want you to be, of course, that you have always been, because some of you are already doing well, you are having good jobs, to try as much as you can, and of course, the onus is yours as the head of delegation, as well as himself, the travel operator, to ensure certainly the way you come is the way also you go.
Yes.
Yeah, because there is that obvious stigma on us. And I'm sorry to say, in particular on you, coming from where you are coming from, yeah, that the tendency is there for us anytime we are here, you know, to find an illegal abode over here, which like I said from the start, it does not seem to be the case in any way here, from the faces of all of you that I have seen. Yeah, certainly it is my job as ambassador to emphasize that point, because we've been saddled with that problem for a very long time, and we are exerting our best endeavors to ensure that at the end of the day, we find a lasting solution to the problems. So that is why I consider it absolutely imperative on my part to make sure that part of our worry, you know, finds expression in this interface this afternoon. Yeah, it's not my intention to say much, except of course to make the floor open for either your students from your side or for members of staff from the embassy to have a free interface, to a free exchange of views now while I'm here. And I think it should be a walking lunch, more or less, to save time, except for some of us that are on fasting now. It's better we excuse ourselves and we let you continue. But either way, I would not mind. I'm open to eat, and you should feel free. It is lunchtime now in Brussels and the world over. It's either 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or 12 o'clock anywhere around Europe and Africa now. So it's time to eat food. So let us have it like a walking lunch, and while you eat, people should also feel free to ask questions so that those of us that may not have enough time to remain with you would excuse ourselves to go and face other duties. That is one. Two, I think in concern and in tandem